What's up, guys? You want to know the best thing about being kidnapped? I have no restrictions on my internet, and because of that, I was able to download the movies Dumbo, The Lion King, Captain Marvel, Aquaman, and Glass. Now I'm gonna start off and show you Aquaman today, and maybe if you're good, I'll show you the rest. But today, I'm gonna review the movie starring America's favorite dreadlocked white man, Jason Momoa.
No.
This guy has made a living off being the hot guy in movies. Don't act like you've seen any of his shit other than Game of Thrones and Justice League. Literally up until then, nobody cared about the movies he was in. Can you tell me who this is?
Pick it up.
What about him?
I hear you seek real Indian village.
Can you name this character? Didn't think so. Now, I'm not discrediting him as an actor, but y'all been acting like he's been getting these roles his whole career. And I'm not that easy to convince. You gotta show me what you got before I let you come inside me. Basically, the movie tells the story of how Arthur Curry became the superhero known as Aquaman and his fight to save his home of Atlantis. This movie cost $200 million to make. Let's see if they put it to good use. Let's get into this. So the movie starts out deep in the Marianas Trench, where here on this submarine, shit just got serious.
That's pretty heroic. What is it? What's wrong?
Sonar has inbound, sir.
Impossible. It's open ocean for miles.
Open ocean? You know what that means.
Evasive maneuvers, now!
Good lord, did you see how evasive that maneuver was? My guy damn near broke the steering wheel.
We have to return fire!
At what? We don't know what's chasing us.
If you don't know what's chasing you, why are you telling my guy over here to Tokyo drift the whip?
Deja vu!
So someone or something manages to make their way on the ship, and it just starts slaughtering people. They even have to bring in the SWAT team. Don't ask me how they got on, but not even their mighty bullets can stop the power of water.
This is the SS California with an emergency SOS. We are under attack. I only hope someone hears no!
Eventually the ship sinks and a picture of Ben 10 floats to the surface. Now for the actual movie to start. And we do that at Star Labs in Metropolis. Here's where we meet Colonel Trevor, Government Liaison for the Justice League.
This is Colonel Trevor, Government Liaison to the Justice League.
He used to run this program called Super 7, where he can go inside the minds of anyone and solve their deepest, darkest dilemmas. But for now, he's just using it to scare the black superheroes.
No, not now.
It's time, Victor.
So if you haven't figured it out by now, this is Victor Stone, also known as Cyborg, who, by the way, is the only superhero to stay the same race throughout his entire franchise. Him and Colonel Trevor have just been informed about the submarine accident, and they have made some startling discoveries.
Sounds like they're being slaughtered.
The Navy wants their missiles back, and I want to know what happened.
Okay, 1, he just told you what happened, and 2, tell the Navy no givebacks. You can't just give something away like that and expect to get it back, especially a missile. Anyway, Trevor wants Cyborg to call the Justice League for help.
I meant you could call the League.
I know what you meant.
But ever since Teen Titans Go, they don't mess with him like that.
Despite what you would like the world to think, Colonel Trevor, there is no Justice League.
Our next stop is Mercy Reef, Maine, where we finally get to meet that fish boy from the TV.
Life sucks. Never believed it before, but I believe it now.
You see, what I tell you, always playing the hot guy in movies. Even with gills, my man can still reel in the freshest of sea pussy. Ladies, don't talk to me about your man unless his lungs can remove the oxygen from water. So this cutie right here is having a heart-to-heart with this restaurant lobster, and even the people at the bar are just like,
Oh my god!
I mean, isn't he Aquaman? Couldn't he talk to a fish like in the ocean or something? Not at a fucking Red Lobster? Anyway, someone paying for a meal is about to get their food when Arthur does something you normally see at an Applebee's.
Yo! Leave him alone. We're talking.
Arthur, I know you miss your dad, but...
Arthur, chill, bro. That lobster did nothing to your dad. So after trying to take a customer's meal, literally the entire restaurant decides to beat the shit out of him.
Wait, whoa. Hold up.
So back at the Marianas Trench, Cyborg, a literal fucking robot, is somehow underwater going through the submarine wreckage. After a few minutes of searching though, he's attacked by these 3 creatures who eventually wound him and force him to retreat home. Realizing he's gonna need some help, Cyborg calls up the Flash and Green Lantern.
Yeah, what's the what? I was just about to seal the deal.
Cyborg's got something.
Race you to headquarters?
We have a headquarters?
Classic Ryan Reynolds. So back at Star Labs, Superman, Wonder Woman, and for some reason Shazam meet up with Cyborg to see what the problem is. But as soon as Green Lantern finds out that Batman doesn't have to come to these meetings, he decides he doesn't either and dips.
What, the bat's too good for us now?
It's Batman. He doesn't answer hails.
How? Don't do anything?
Meanwhile, at Arthur's, some Asian named Dr. Shin is claiming to be friends with his dead dad and has all the answers. He just needs to talk.
You, my boy, are the key to all of my research.
Bitch.
Turns out he should have kept that door open because his hometown of Atlantis is getting that George W. Bush special.
Look out!
So while 9/11 Atlantis happens, Batman finally shows up and he and Superman are getting closer to finding out what happened to that submarine.
Don't touch anything.
And after not touching anything, they find out that Arthur might have something to do with it and that Dr. Shin is actually a friend of his dad's and was just trying to help. Speaking of Arthur, his day just keeps getting weirder and he's attacked by these fish people. And after almost nearly dying, he's saved by this girl from earlier from the restaurant who turns out to be Mira, the now Queen of Atlantis. She brings him back to the part of Atlantis that isn't decimated to heal up, and for someone who's breathing underwater for the first time, he doesn't seem fazed.
What's this? Who are you?
Mira then tells him about his mom and how his dad fucked a fish lady, and because of that, he's part fish now.
I never knew any of this.
You have gills and can breathe underwater. How did you not know?
Follow me.
Doesn't know he's half fish, swims away flawlessly. Mira then shows him his dad's old suit and wastes no time in making him put it on. It then makes him feel uncomfortable, and he decides it's time to leave.
I need some air.
Jumps 20 feet out of the water like nothing, had no idea he could do any of it. So it doesn't take long for those fish people to come back and try and finish what they started. But here to help is the Justice League. And for some reason, Shazam. Once they're there, Mira lets them know who and what those things are.
Predatory creatures that scavenged the ocean floor before Atlantis sunk. Sent here to kill Arthur.
Oh, so you mean these guys are trying to kill him? Who the fuck let you on the team, dude? Tell me something I don't know already.
We're done here.
Okay, never mind. Bitch. Why is this dude even a superhero if everybody else on the Justice League can breathe underwater also? You literally have a Superman and a half-man, half-robot with a cannon arm who can function underwater. The only people I don't see there are the Flash, Batman, and Shazam, and they're not making a good case for themselves either.
How are the three of us going to evacuate entire cities?
We can't. People are going to die.
Anyway, underwater, this lady lets everybody know that the people of Atlantis are preparing for a war because their queen was killed by these two guys, Ocean Master and Man Ray. Or Black Manta. He looks like Man Ray. Obviously, shit gets real, and the Wet Boys take their fight to dry land. This is where we get one of those classic DC movie fight scenes.
Kill the humans for Atlantis!
So when it looks like Arthur's about to get finished by Man Ray, he does the only thing he's good for and calls up a great white shark to eat him.
Claim the treasures of Atlantis.
Summons a great white shark in seconds, had no idea his dad had sex with a fish. As for the other bad guy, well, he's just fucking shit up, taking out everybody one by one. It's not until Batman drops out of nowhere, reboots Cyborg, and makes him project a recording of the Ocean Master admitting to killing the Queen.
You killed her.
I did. I ran the sword through her myself as she mewed.
Then, while trying to explain himself, he gets a good old Falcon punch to the dome. In my opinion, cheap shot. But in the end, the Ocean Master dies from massive head trauma, and Arthur declares himself king of the fish people and gets to bang a sweet fish lady just like his dad. The movie ends with him summoning all the fish in the sea to swim off with him and his new girl. All in all, pretty good movie. Would recommend you guys go see it in theaters for yourself. Even if you're not a fan of Aquaman, there's enough cameos in here to make you forget that the Justice League doesn't even need him. And yeah, guys, that's it. Peace!